Drafting with Numot is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com and GatheringMagic.com. Explore the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for another edition of Drafting with Numot. Last weekend I brought you guys some Rise of the Eldrazi. I think this time we're going to just do another Legacy Cube. Dragons of Tarkir should be coming out very, very shortly, so soon enough we will be drafting with the new set, but for now, let's just do another Legacy Cube. Okay, draft is a go, and we got a pack with a lot of Planeswalkers. Elspeth is quite nice, I'm sure many of you know. But for Cube, I think I'd rather just keep my options open here and take a Polluted Delta or a Verdant Catacombs, honestly. I definitely have a thing for blue, so I'd rather take the Delta here over the Catacomb, but I'm not too impressed by this pack. I mean, Flame Tongue is sweet, Koth can be sweet, Free Elise is fine, Elspeth is good, Night's Whisper is okay. Hexmage is actually really good because it deals with all the Planeswalkers, but again, I think I'm just going to stay open. I'm going to take the fetch land here. No reason to take anything. I mean, this is honestly not the greatest pack for Cube, and so taking a land here is perfectly acceptable. What did we get past? We got past a Mind Stone, which is great. A Armageddon, which can be good. Mana Leak is always nice. Mom is nice, or Mother of Runes as she is actually called. Mystic is good if you want to jump into the green deck, but I think I'll just take the brown right now. If you guys have watched my stream before, or maybe just some of my draft Qs before, then you know I love myself some brown mana, and Mind Stone's certainly a good one. If I wasn't taking Mind Stone here, I'd probably take Mana Leak. But otherwise, again, just stay open, see where we go. Ooh, okay. Now we have some interesting ones here. I think Sundering Titan, Tropical Island, Reanimate, and Miscalculation are all the ones that stand out to me at the moment. I think actually Miscalc might just be the best card here. I mean, it's not Sundering Titan, but Miscalc not only cycles, it's a counter. You know, it's early interaction. I've already taken the Delta. This isn't just me, having a fondness for blue and taking the blue card out of this pack. This is me saying that I think Miscalc might just be the best card here anyways. Reanimate's certainly tempting. I don't think Reanimate is great in this cube, but it's fine if you can get the correct pieces, which Reanimate is certainly one of them. I could go down the Reanimate route for sure, and even, you know what, Miscalc might even wheel because people undervalue it, but I think I just like taking the Calc here. Follow that up with like a Forbid or a Seagate Oracle. Both are very, very nice. Forbid is the 2 blue, 1 colorless counter target spell, but you can buy it back by discarding 2 cards. So if you have any ways to, draw extra cards or whatever, then this is just a hard card to beat. Forbid with Consecrated Sphinx is the ultimate wombo combo, I suppose. It's either Seagate Oracle or Forbid. I'm not sure which one I like better here. I mean, all these other cards are pretty meh. I guess Overgrown Battlement's fine. Forbid, Seagate, Forbid, Seagate. Had I taken the Reanimate, we would just jam the Forbid here because it goes so well with the Reanimate plan, because you can, discard 2 cards. I think I'll go with the counter here. Interesting pick, though. Pretty easy Thran Dynamo for me, although Volcanic Island is pretty tempting. We are passing it into the Royal, but that's not too much of an issue. Like I said before, brown mana is great. And now that I've already taken Mind Stone and Thran Dynamo, if we do see an Upheaval, we will absolutely just jam it. We can still go blue-green, too. I mean, I don't think we're going to wield this Genesis Wave, but with all this ramp so far, playing the green fatties is definitely a consideration. Okay, well, speaking of, we pulled open a Noble Hierarch here, which is very, very nice. I think that's a good sign for green. I mean, we're passing a Murderous Cut, Necrotal, O-Ring, which are all great too. Harmonize would also be nice, but this is actually a little bit interesting. Like, Noble Hierarch, I think, might be the pick, but Murderous Cut and Necrotal go very, very well with what we've already taken. I think I'll take the Hierarch though here. I think this has the highest upside. especially if green proves to be open. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Ralzeric, Venser. Easily just taking one of those. And if you know me, you know I love Venser. We could easily be Bant still, too. Green-blue splashing Venser is not hard to do. I'm surprised Ralzeric's here as well. One of my other favorite planeswalkers, but Venser is certainly on my short list of great ones. Yeah, I can just go ahead and just take that easily. Alright, well, there's the Ravages. Again, we already have a lot of brown mana, and we could potentially wheel the Armageddon too, so that'd be very, very cool. Here, I think it's an easy Adarkar Wastes now that we've taken the 2 white cards. Verdant Catacombs is still in the pack, which is interesting to me. Some black cards here as well, but easy fixing. Okay, we did wheel the Armageddon. Now the question is, do I want to take that over the Mother of Runes? Redundancy is good, but I don't know if destroying all lands redundancy is good. It's probably just taking Mother of Runes here, but yeah, you know what? Let's go with Armageddon. See what path this leads me down. I don't think that's necessarily correct, but we already have Mind Stone, Thran Dynamo. Venser can like exile a land before you Armageddon, so we'll see what happens here. No promises. And a long line with that. Wrath is very good. Although this does blow up our artifacts, which is awkward. Looks like we're not seeing much more green, so I'm going to put the Hierarch for the sideboard for now. Yeah, decent start. Win con right now is Venser. People don't often think of Venser as a win con, but he definitely is. Not a big fan of this Ajani. Or 8.5 Tails. I'd rather just take the Forge just in case we end up splashing some burn or something. Seeker could be interesting. I don't know if I've ever played it in Cube, but it has small potential. Especially if we're running the Ravages, right? If we just get an early threat on the board. Especially one that has lifelink. Well, we have all of the the Pain land. The Caves, the Battlefield, Forge, and the Wastes. Kind of interesting. Okay, pack 2. What did we open? Serum Visions, Riftwing Cloudscape, Basalt Monolith, Solemn Simulacrum. Yosei's fine. There's a Kozilek here as well. Given that I've taken the double Armageddon effect, I think Basalt Monolith is probably the better pick over like Riftwing or Serum, although I love both of these cards. I'm also a huge fan of Solemn. If I could wheel either of these blue cards or the Solemn, I would be very, very happy, but don't exactly think that's too likely. Good start so far. Mind Stone, Basalt, and Thran Dynamo. Could easily take Kozilek if he wheels now. Although, the old Kozilek Armageddon deck is not exactly something I would, well, I wouldn't write that down on paper, you know. Wouldn't assume it would be good. Oh, wow. Did it. I mean, this is exactly the card we were talking about, exactly the card we were looking for. I am passing a Hollowed Fountain here, which is unfortunate, but this easy. Not even close. Especially after taking all this brown. Yeah. That's just a slam pick. This is one of the best cards in the cube. It has won me so many games, you know, even ones that looked impossible to win. And then if you're already ahead, well, this is sometimes just a you know, a nice backup plan in case. All right, pretty easy Terminus here now too. Not really passing anything. Looters is okay. This is not a Spirit Keeper deck. Temple Garden's fine, but not amazing. Yep, easy Terminus. Don't know about these Armageddons right now. I'm going to move them to the side. See what path this leads us down. Don't need that Cave or the Battlefield Forge right now. We're looking for a land to get with the Delta. Again, I passed the Hollowed Fountain already, but we could still get like a Tundra or something. Yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty open to colors too. Okay, well, just jamming Frost Titan here, I guess. Love me a Zealous Conscripts. I think it's one of the better creatures in Cube, but pretty hard to pass a Frost Titan here. We can play it as early as, what, turn 4 seems good. Yeah, only thing I'm really passing is those conscripts. Good pickup. I might just run the Seeker in this deck. It seems fine. Just as an early creature, and like we have so few creatures right now. In fact, we only have the Frost Titan if I'm not running the Seeker way, so it doesn't seem too hard to turn on the Prowess. I'm wary about running the Vengeance just because we're running all of these rocks. I mean, the rocks do make the Armageddon better. I don't know, it's a little bit awkward. Well, there's the Tundra we were looking for. Unfortunately, Preordain is in the same pack. Not the biggest fan of Kaiga. Kaiga's good, but not the biggest fan. I'm just going to have to take the Tundra here. Unfortunate as it is, Preordain is great. I mean, this is premium fixing. We already have Delta to search it up, so that's the best land for us. A little bit short on playables right now. What are we looking to get? Well, more Planeswalkers, certainly. Wouldn't mind any of the Jaces. Could use like a Sower. Could use Vidalcan Shackles. Entreat the Angels is something that I could take here. I already have Terminus. We could build like the Miracle deck, although I just shipped the Preordain and I've already passed the Serum Visions. Flicker Wisp is also a consideration, but I do need some more win cons, and I think Entreat's a great one. Alright, so looking for like Brainstorm type effects now. Then again, with as much brown mana as we have, it's not terrible to, hard cast the Entreat for 7 and get, 2 4/4s. Wow, that is an insanely late opposition. Yeah, this is a 7th pick opposition. Okay, I'm just jamming that very easily. I can start taking cards like Maloku, Master of Waves, even white like token things. If I can get like a Martial Coup, this card is just absurd. Oh, speaking of, wow, excellent pickup. Called that one. Love me an Old Man. This card does some real work, but after taking opposition, this doesn't even come close. The Martial Coup not only serves as a Wrath, it serves as a win condition because it, puts out a bunch of tokens, and with opposition, it's just gross. That was kind of gross that I picked up the opposition and then called the Martial Coup. Not a huge fan of Yosei. Again, he's fine, but not amazing. I could take like a Miser Kozilek. I said that if it wheeled, I could take it. I do have the ramp for it right now. Not a huge fan of Stroke of Genius. Plenty of other card draw abilities or effects, and I'd rather not spend that much for it. Or if I am going to spend that much mana and X, I'd rather have like the Sphinx's Revelation. We'll take Cozy here. Alright. Pretty easy Linvala, I think. Passing the Delver. I mean, Delver doesn't do that much. Linvala turns off a lot of creatures. Temple Garden, we can potentially smash something off that. Fire and Ice is kind of free. I can run like the Forge just in case we hit the Fire, and Ice is a tap and a cantrip. Definitely not running Crusade, and I think our mana requirements of double blues and double whites is too much for the Mishras. Alright. Some junky last picks. Yeah, all these vampires. Yeah, I'm going to put Kozilek in the sideboard for now. Move over the Battlefield Forge since we might want to run the Fire and Ice. Okay, well, Pack 2 certainly helped us a lot. We picked up a lot of nice win conditions. Upheaval, the Frost Titan, the Martial Coup, the Opposition, the Entreat the Angels. Yeah, Pack 2 is really good. Hopefully Pack 3 is just as good for us. Okay, Pack 3. We have an Essence Scatter, we have a Detention Sphere, we have a Spell Pierce, a Spellskite. Love me some counters, but Detention Sphere might be a better bet. We already have Miscalculation Forbid. Yep. Do need to get creatures for the opposition, but I don't think I'd take Spellskite here over Detention Sphere. Although it's actually kind of close. Spellskite does a really good job of blocking all the early aggression. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can wheel the Detention Sphere since it's blue-white. I'm going to take the Spellskite here as colorless. This could be incorrect, but we'll see if this pays off. Hopefully it does. Emrakul now, huh? Don't think so. You know, Cloudgoat's pretty good. We have Venser to flicker him out, or whatever you call the one that's at end of turn. Flicker is like you remove the creature and then it comes back instantly. I don't know what... I forget the name, or the term called for whatever the non-flicker is. But honestly, I think I just take Path here. It's too cheap and it's too efficient. Cloudgoat's great, but I'm going to take the Path. Could also consider Wake Thrasher. I do have the Basalt Monolith to Wombo combo, instant kill him. But I think one of those might wheel. Ooh, okay, I'm going to actually jam the top here. Remember, we have Terminus and Entreat the Angels. It's actually kind of cool. Otherwise, I'm taking, like, Gather the Townsfolk. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Actually building miracles. It's awesome. Could use, like, a Brainstorm or, well, probably not going to get a Mind Sculptor 4th pick, but you never know. It's funny that I want Brainstorm so badly now. Spectral Possession, that seems fine. It's good with opposition. Do I take it over Fiend Hunter? Fiend Hunter is pretty good too. Decisions. Although Fiend Hunter and Upheaval is a little bit awkward. Because if I Fiend Hunter something and then I go to Upheaval, you know, they get their creature back. Yeah, I'll just take Procession here. Flyers do a lot of work. I know our creature count only says 4, but you have to remember we have a lot of non-creature creatures. So like Martial Coup puts in creatures, Entreat the Angels puts in creatures, Spectral Possession puts in creatures, and all of them put in multiples. Still need a little bit of help. Alright, Council's Judgment is good, Wall of Omens is really good. Man, Judgment and Wall of Omens are both great for this deck. Judgment is just such good removal, though. But Wall of Omens is not only an early blocker, it's great with Venser. It turns on opposition again. I think I just take the Judgment. It's too good. And even though I think we might wheel that Detention Sphere, Judgment is OP. Land tax? Land tax is good with top. Ranger of Eos doesn't do anything. Rashadan Port is fine but not amazing. Watery Grave doesn't do anything. Okay, we'll take land tax. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but we'll take it. Ooh, Wrath of God. Nice. Exalted Angel, another nice one. I don't know why Johnny Vengeance is still here. I very much would like to splash that if possible, but just got to take another Wrath. Raise the Alarm, Condemn, Plateau. Yeah, just pretty easily take Condemn, I guess. Cheap removal. A little bit short on win conditions for the deck, but we have tons of good ways to interact with the opponent. Alright, I guess it's a Spell Pierce here. Although Serendib Efreet's actually fine. Yeah, I probably need another creature, and this is a fine beater in the air. Maybe cut the land tax at this point. This is 23. Yeah, that looks fine. We still have that chance of Detention Sphere wheeling, I believe. In which case I would probably cut the Fire and Ice. Oh, we got Cloudgoat. Okay, that's even better. That is even better. Perfect. Alright, now opposition stays in the deck for sure. Martial Coup, Cloudgoat Ranger, Spectral Possession, and Entreat the Angels are all 4 cards that basically win the game with opposition. Gather the Townsfolk. Angel Serenity is also interesting. Very expensive, but interesting. I mean, this isn't a Gather the Townsfolk folk deck. All of the other token producers, maybe except for Spectral, are decent on their own in this type of deck, so we'll just take the Angel. Got the Shrine. Inquisition we don't want to play against. I don't think I'm going to run the Angel, but I certainly could. It's definitely a consideration. What I'm really lacking is just a little bit more deck manipulation. Don't want to play against that card. Yeah. We're missing some deck manipulation, but otherwise this looks like a very, very solid blue-white miracle deck. We got some nice brown mana to ramp into like the Martial Coup, the Entreat if we don't miracle it, the Upheaval. I think this deck turned out pretty well actually. And our mana is going to be okay. We have Tundra, Wastes, Polluted Delta for the Tundra. Pretty easy black splash if I had anything worth splashing. Alright, let's ship it like this. Let's see our mana. Lots of double white and double blue. Kind of gross, but not much I could have done about that. Hollowed Fountain, I think, was the only other land that I passed that we would have wanted. Alright, so let's see here. Definitely want a little bit more white than blue, though, because the Upheaval, Opposition, Frost Titan, Forbid, we're not casting them on curve, generally speaking. Let's see, this gives me 6, 7, 8, 9 blue, 8, 9, 10, 11 white. Yep, seems good. We need the white a lot earlier than we need the blue, for sure. And none of our brown mana produces color. Mindstone, Basalt, and Thran Dynamo are all colorless. In fact, maybe I do go 9-5 here. Because of that. Yeah, I actually think that's fine. We're not... It's very unlikely we're casting more than one blue spell a turn. And it hurts a little bit for Forbid, but the white is so much more important. I think we're actually going to split it up like that. Plus, with basically 3 fixers, it shouldn't be too hard to get our blue. Alright, let's submit this, and we will see you guys back here for round 1. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for watching Drafting with Numot. If you haven't already subscribed to Gathering Magic, you can do so to receive news of upcoming videos and discover new content. You can also check out our playlist that contains every episode of Drafting with Numot. And don't forget, you can easily watch the next video by clicking on the annotation on screen or a direct link in the video's description box. And as always, thanks for watching.